Next. Yeah, I'm gonna crush him.
That was a good right hand by Tucker. That might have been the best shot that Mike Tyson.
He was the first to rock Tyson.
The right with a left and rocks Tyson. The first time we've ever.
Tony Tucker, a trailblazer who cracked the code of the infamous peekaboo style.
What an uppercut by Douglas. Down goes Tyson.
And was undaunted by Mike Tyson's fearsome reputation. Champion versus champion.
23-pound weight advantage. And
Undefeated versus undefeated. Get ready to witness the battle between the two titans of that era.
walk the walk. Or run the run, as it were. That was a good right hand by Tucker.
The 21-year-old Mike Tyson has taken them all. Hard punchers.
Tyson was inviting. And there was an uppercut.
Giants.
Left hook. Good night.
23-pound weight advantage. And he put it all there.
Unvanquished fighters.
There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over. The uppercut getting through the guard there, and he's got him in the first round. He's not hurt him.
And tough champions.
That was a right to the body and an uppercut to the head, and Herbert is down.
Having conquered both WBA and WBC. To conquer them all, Mike had to face IBF title holder Tony TNT Tucker, standing at 6 feet 5 inches. The undefeated Tony Tucker had a picture-perfect frame, sharp counterpunches, textbook footwork,
To show everything, and then he's taking his time. He's looking for. Oh, that's a good right hand, right on this side.
and dynamite in both hands.
Expected, I might add. Thomas is down. I don't know who's going to
34 men had dedicated their lives to the sweet science to challenge Tucker,
Got him by Tucker. That's his best.
and all of them failed to make a dent.
And he got him on the ropes, and I mean on the ropes. I don't think Washington could land this round.
In his last two fights, Tucker defeated Tyson's best friend James Broad.
James Broad's like one of my best friends.
In now and land some terrifically good punches. We've got Broad in trouble right now.
Double left hook by Tony Tucker, and he's got Broad in trouble along the ropes. Tony Tucker with a left and a right. Broad now takes a screaming left off the right side of his face. At 117, 109, 118, 111. It was every bit as impressive to the judge.
Then beat the man who sent Mike's career to do a complete 180, Buster Douglas.
Minutes, but it's no difference, I think. That was a right hand by Tucker, not a bad shot. And Douglas appears to be by Tucker. Douglas on wobbly legs, about to go. And a right behind it, and another right. Douglas is in deep trouble on the ropes. Almost stopped this one. He has. It's over.
Tony, are you going to fight Mike Tyson next? Yeah, I want to unify the title.
He says Tyson's predictable.
For Tucker to make an asinine statement like that, well, that's his downfall. And for the sad ending of this story.
It was a fight between two best fighters in the world at that stage.
He can fight a little bit. He's not the walkover everyone's trying to make him out to be. I think he can fight, and I think it's going to be a very exciting fight.
Despite the flawlessness of two, the mountain was too pointy for both to climb. The combined record of two was its staggeringly perfect 64-0. The main question for this fight was who packed a stronger punch, Kid Dynamite or the TNT.
So that's what to look for. And if Tony Tucker isn't going to be able to beat Mike Tyson, he may be able to blind him or run the run, as it were. And we'll see what kind of tactic Tucker takes.
The fight started and Tyson wasn't in the mood for a long night.
But is he strong enough to do that? Well, that was a good right hand by Tucker.
When out of nowhere, a precise uppercut came crashing at Tyson.
And rocks Tyson. The first time we've ever seen Tyson really rock.
It seemed like a one-time mistake, but over and over again, the ground-to-air missiles kept reaching the target.
Again, a right hand, but he took this on the way in. He's faced with the left hook, Barrett. There was a good right hand again by Tucker. That was a good example. That uppercut was always by Tony's man up. There was a good right hand by Tucker again. But they're uppercuts, Barry. You notice they're uppercuts. The great left hand at the bell by Tyson.
Seeing the chink in his protege's armor, Tyson's head coach Kevin Rooney gave him a right adjustment.
Don't look for the one shot to the head, go to the body. Body first.
From the round 4, Tyson starts chopping the wood, softening up the core.
I feel we should at least point out here is there was a room.
And preparing the head for the upcoming bombardment.
Left uppercut, left hooks, led with the left. There was a good left hand, and that's what a good shot. And Tyson with another leverage. And another one. That's to frustrate Mike Tyson. There was a left hand by Tyson.
TNT didn't like the readjustment and decided to drain Tyson's gas tank by constantly interrupting his attacks and forcing him to carry both their weights.
There was a right hand in close by Tyson. Coming in with his head. The uppercut has been doing a tremendous...
But like one wise man once said, everybody have a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
And there was a big right hand. Tucker says, no, I'm not hurt. I've always found that by pushing a man off. Right hand by the coach. Now come. There was. That's what you have to... There was a big left hand, but again, Tucker.
By the 8th round, coaches trying to preserve their fighter caused there to be more Vaseline on Tucker's face than in a Becky from Motel. But despite all the heat, Tucker never showed signs of resigning himself.
I think he's watched my fight before. Yeah, I think he has too. I think his timing is not as good as yours. Frustrations because of what Tucker's doing. His time is manned up. Those little antics there sometimes work. You get what you do, you reverse.
And stayed strong all the way to the ending.
Here we go. Once again, Tucker trying to get cute and again getting the worst of it, still mugging with Tyson, which brings the crowd alive. Well, when you do that, and I know from experience because I invented it, you got to be good. Tucker seems to be fighting the kind of fight these so-called experts. I'm going to show you, and this is what he did tonight. And he has. Even if he loses the fight, he's probably made more friends than he has in the 34. Now it appears the
TNT shined bright in the opener and finished strong, whilst the majority of rounds was won by Mike Tyson.
There was a big left hand. Tucker says, no, I'm all right. It's over. Well, Tony Tucker talked the talk and walked the walk.
For the winner by unanimous decision and undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
It was very hard to tell because he did a great deal of holding. He threw very fast punches. It was true.
And he really rocked you in the first round.
And rocks Tyson. The first time we've ever seen Tyson really rock.
Yes, he did. He was a very hard puncher.
Tony TNT was the first to hurt and give Mike Tyson a real fight, showing Tucker could match the all-destroying beast.
Tony, you fought a lot better fight than many people thought you were capable of. You really hurt him early in the first round. What happened after that? Why couldn't you follow up on it?
Well, you know, it wasn't no secret in the game. Early in the training, I hurt my right hand, and it would give me some problems after the second round when I hit him, but I thought I still outboxed him. I was moving good. Mike Tyson is a young kid. He's what everybody, you know, everybody came here expecting him to win, you know, in his favor. You know, if it was a close fight, I figured they was gonna give it to him anyway, you know, but I still thought I beat him. But that's okay. You know, the world knows Tony Tucker is here, I'm for real.
Experts saw him cause trouble for everyone in the heavyweight division. But despite the beliefs, later on, Tucker mostly fought in his comfort zone.
You get hit in the liver and that goes well.
Well past his sell-by date. Down.
And whenever he faced up to his level, he consistently fell short.
6'5". They will nullify. Blew it all over
However, the most important achievement of Tucker's career, in our opinion, is making a blueprint for defeating the Iron.